University life begins for thousands of students across the country with Freshers' Week. Freshers' Week is a chance for societies from all kinds of backgrounds to get students on board with their programs and initiatives. Alongside the immense amount of societies is the Ahlulbayt Society, an umbrella initiative that has societies in universities all across the UK. We find many ABSOCs setting up stalls to preach the message of the Holy Household to students. At SOAS in central London, a small group of youth attempt to preach the faith and get both non-Muslims and Muslims to join their society.
Obviously, we have a different Islamic perspective, focusing on the Prophet and his family and how we're inspired by them. So our events usually go back to their teachings. For example, we have many departments under our committee this year. It's a huge team, professionals and students.
The historical context behind the verse when it came down in the place it came down, where the women used to walk around with a bandana and their chests were open. So the verse that came down was actually cover your chests. But if you study it, then you go further and see, actually wait, the women already had the headscarf on. They just needed to cover their chests. Do you see?
We've got this open Q&A under the education department, so you can literally ask anything. Muslim, non-Muslim, Shia, Sunni, anything. Anything taboo, sex and Islam, why Shias hit themselves, anything. He'll answer them, honestly. That's at Vernon Square, so our other campus, this Thursday.
This year, we're taking an organisational structure. We've created a model. This model will be tackling all issues in Islam that we're trying and that we think is contemporary issues that we're facing in the modern 21st century world. We have 8 different divisions. We're working across issues such as we have the politics and media division, the economics and business division, charity, education, Islamic unity, Islamic studies, Quranic studies, and social, sports and arts. From this angle, we're trying to show that as Islam, we're gonna for non-Muslims, Muslims alike, everything is available, and we're going to try to tackle the issues. For example, there's the current economic crisis that we're going to try to pull out Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq's books, and we're going to go delve right deep in, and we're going to try to see what we can find about economics. For example, as an example, we're going to try provide more humanitarian projects, attract more people to Islam from that angle through Feed the Homeless projects, through the charity division.
There's some of our events coming up, charity events, open Q&As. You can ask anything and everything. That's going to happen at Vernon Square. Do you go to SOAS?
Yeah.
You should come to that. And this.
When is it?
That's on Thursday at 7 o'clock.
So what kind of stuff do you discuss then? Or...
Anything.
Okay.
Literally, open Q&A. You can ask anything. However crude, any misconceptions.
I think it's good to have a group like this. I think there are so many taboos. Like, it's good to have something that can build man water.
Cool. Do you want to sign up?
Yeah, why not?
We only set it up here last year, but we missed the deadline, so we weren't official last year. But there's 30 other societies like us under the same umbrella across London. So it's an official thing.
We're trying to show that this religion is holistic, okay?
Okay, fine, yeah, okay.
This religion is holistic because it came down, if it is a religion of God, then it should have come down to answer all questions. Is that correct?
Yeah.
We agree on that, yeah?
That's fine, yeah.
Because that's essentially what God delivers a message, and he says, listen, I'm not just going to leave you on earth on your own. If I'm God and I'm merciful, then I should at least leave you with answers, okay? So even for the contemporary economic crisis that we're going through, there should technically speaking be an answer. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to say, okay, we think that we have the answers, so let's try and let's show the world. See, do we have the answers or not? You might not agree with it, we might not. It doesn't matter. We're teaching. We want to learn from everyone else. You can learn from us as well. So, as an example, this religion also, as I said, humanitarian. So this Tuesday, for example, we're going to feed the homeless.
Okay, fine, yeah, okay.
Lincoln's Inn Field, Holborn, our charity division has organised that we come out and we show that we are united with the homeless people, we want to help, we want to care, so we come together, we feed, we care, we're trying to hopefully build the skills, because I've met a lot of these homeless people, and what happens is that these homeless people, a lot of them, they ended up there not out of choice, okay? So for example, someone in the army and they got thrown out and nothing helped them, okay? From that angle, you think, why is no one helping them? Why are there so many people out here when there's a government who's dishing out the majority of their social benefits goes towards, their budget goes towards social benefits, yeah? That's the majority. if it's not tackling the social aspect, someone has to do something. So we're doing flash mobs, okay? So what we do is it's a flash mob. So technically they're kind of around. So what we do is we don't tell them we're coming, but we come and we build our own circle and network. Well, we bring everyone there. We say we're bringing food, we're bringing clothes. Try bring, for example, a CV builder where you can sit down, help them, show them how to get off their feet. And from that point, you sit down, they see that someone's still caring for them, that they haven't been left alone. And we show that, listen, we want to help you as well. Because we do, that's what our religion's about. First positive, that I think we're attracting all crowds. Not just from a non-Muslim perspective, but from an angle that we are now trying to mobilize the Shia community, that we are trying to extract the skills and talents and explode them in the sense that everyone has been blessed with their own thing, their own skill and talent. Some are good at writing, some are good at reading, some are good at art, some are good at politics, some are good at economics, some are good at all sorts of things. But not everyone is good at everything. So what we want to do is we want to specialize and we want to make sure we have everything covered, because that's what Islam is, as I said, a holistic religion. Second positive, trying to bring everyone together. If we can unite everyone and we can show that we are united, as an example with the ISOC, with the Sunnis, that we show that through Allah, through the Prophet, through the Quran, we are going to unite on those fronts. Despite us having two different schools of thought, we're going to show that those two different schools of thought come to the same angle, to the same path. A third positive might be the fact that we are now trying to take more of an intellectual angle to the things to our projects. We want to now stimulate the minds of the Shia youth, our Shia youth, that we start working on not only our university front, but hopefully working on a professional front and the youth front to develop our Shia community, to grow it, and to hopefully one day establish a platform where we're able to make these current large projects very small projects. And then we can build from there.
We're handing out goodie bags here, and they contain leaflets on generally what Ahlulbayt stands for. And we've got events coming up, and we're just trying to get people involved, and everyone's welcome. We've had people from different faiths, different backgrounds trying to get involved, and it's really nice seeing that there's so many people from different backgrounds, and they're coming to ask us what Ahlulbayt stands for, and we just hope that we can represent it in a correct way, and inshallah we can spread the message. Last year, I was in abstract last year at Birmingham Uni when I was studying law, but this year I'm studying politics in SOAS. I think it works together. Like from what I've found out, the society supports the students quite a lot. So I'm really looking forward to working with the society. And it's good to have a balance, to stay on the right track while you're studying. So I'm really grateful that we have such a society like this. I think although we should be united with the Sunni, we should also be able to teach others about what we actually believe. Like all these years we were without Ahlulbayt Society, so the Sunni run most of what was going on. But the fact that we've got this society, we can just develop our skills and learn more about the Ahlulbayt.
What's the percentage of roughly Muslim students here now? Roughly?
Muslims in SOAS?
Yeah, roughly.
Maybe 5%.
Okay.
5,
quite
yeah.
low.
5-10%. I don't know. There's 5-10%. It's quite a lot. There's 3,000 students, and 10% is about 300. That's quite a lot. And on this kind of scale, it's quite a lot.
I'm just here to represent the school for ABSOC, SOAS ABSOC, and see the freshers and let them sign off and ask questions.
Did you get up and signing up?
Yeah, we get unexpected people, so non-Shia, not even Muslim. They're interested by the work, the posters they can see about charity.
Is this Shia?
This is the Shia, yeah. This is Shia corner. We're all Muslim, exactly, and we all follow one God, one Prophet, one
That's why I
Quran.
don't
And we make it very clear as well to each other. We love each other. We're going to sit down and have Quran sessions together between the two prayers, Dhuhr and Asr, and we're going to sit down, we're going to have dinners together, we're going to have all sorts together.
I've never heard of you guys.
You never heard of the Shia School of Thought?
No, she heard about the Shia School.
The Ahlulbayt Society. You haven't heard of it, but you know about the Shia School of Thought.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you want to know what we're going to be doing this year? How different we are from, for example, the ISOC?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
don't even know what I do.
Do you want to go find out what ISOC do and come back to us? Do you want to know what they do and then come back to us, and I can sit down and I can talk you through it?
Okay.
It's up to you.
What?
ISOC there, the Islamic Society. You can go find out what they're doing and you come back to us afterwards. Yeah? You want to do that? And then I can talk you through everything. And then you can tell me what you think. Seriously.
You can talk through us for everything now.
I kind of want you guys to hear them first and then come back to us. I want to hear their angle, that you come and then come back to us. Despite this being for Allah, it's often very difficult to get people to get up and do something. If it's not money motivated, it's often a mission, and sometimes it can be a massive hindrance. That's the first negative. The second negative is trying to get everyone to come together to agree on certain things, to express the same vision. Not everyone has the same vision. Some want to move forward, some want to stay where we are because they think that where we are is as good as it can be. We want to move forward, and so this negative might be something that can hold us back. I've had a bit of experience with balancing life and outside life. In my first year of university, I joined the army, so it's no trouble really now to balance a few things, because I used to balance my military training with my work, with playing sports, with trying to write articles, we're trying to do whatever and trying to learn new languages. So this isn't really something coming new to me. And as I've grown, responsibilities have just been added. And I think it's time to everyone realize that actually we have 24 hours in the day and all we need to do is time manage.
Meanwhile, down the road at the University College of London, Muhammad Adam Ali has thought of a different approach to get students interested in the Ahlulbayt Society.
So this is the Freshers Fair at UCL for 2012-2013 for the UCL ABTV, which is pretty fun. And because Ahlulbayt Society begins with the letter A, we're right at the front of the fair, and as soon as people come in, we get to speak to them first. So there's people coming in. I'm just going to leave you for a moment. And we're offering leaflets and stuff. Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society. Interested? Discounted textbooks? Ahlulbayt Society? Maybe a bit. So the Ahlulbayt Society is offering discount on textbooks. That's an example of the prices compared to RRP. This is medicine and engineering though. So if you're interested in your own subject, here's a leaflet. I gather you guys on together. So there's a leaflet there. If you want a leaflet, there's just one over there. And then the Ahlulbayt Society is an Islamic society with loads of discussion circles, interfaith events. So if you're interested, can I offer you some leaflets? And if you want to put your email down, if you want to receive some info about events. Jokes. Yeah, so as I was saying, so once the freshers come in, we are right at the store, so we get to kind of advertise to them straight away before anyone else does. At the same time, we have to be clever about how we bring it to people's attention. So, for example, this year we've got a deal with a company on discounted textbooks, and obviously students, that's very important, but if people ask, we say that it's a part of the ethos of the society to encourage people to take their studies seriously and for education purposes, and the importance of education in the school of the Ahlulbayt. But generally we talk to them about education and then offer them leaflets informing them about who the Ahlulbayt are and what the society does.
So if you're interested, we have our meet and greet on Wednesday. And of course it is, what time? 5 o'clock? But we'll send you an email and then that will have the proper details with the room and everything in it as well. Alright, see you then inshallah. This is my second year at university, and Ahlulbayt Society really helped me in my first year. As a fresher or as a first year, everything's very new and it's nice to find a bit of comfort in something which you know is familiar and something which, and to like make the group of friends and to, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. So as a second year, it's quite nice to be taking on a bit more responsibility compared to last year. Last year I was just settling in and going to events, and now I actually have some, like a position on the committee, etc. This year, I mean, last year it was quite a great committee, and it's quite a big legacy to live up to. So inshallah we'll be able to match some of the great events that happened last year. Also because our president has more of a different viewpoint on how we want to go forward. So inshallah the events will be different and just as good.
Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society. Textbooks? Discounted textbooks? Promise. So basically this is a list of discounted textbooks we offer at the Ahlulbayt Society.
My subject's not on there.
Yeah. Basically there's an online website with all the subjects, loads of different textbooks.
Okay.
So you might be able to find that on there. If you would like a leaflet,
Yes.
If I could also offer you a leaflet on our society, if you're interested. That laugh means no. No, it's kind of together. Like, we're offering this as a part of our society.
Okay.
So Ahlulbayt Society is an Islamic society, so if you want to read those two. And if you're interested, just come back and have a chat with us. We're here to offer.
Thank you very much.
No problem. You need to find some way of making your society loud and in their face so that they can at least talk to you or start a conversation to kind of get interested in what the Ahlulbayt is all about. Like this. Discounted textbooks. Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society, if you guys are interested. Discounted textbooks. Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society, if anyone's interested. We offer textbooks at discounted rates, if anyone's interested. Discounted textbooks at Ahlulbayt Society, if anyone's interested. Offering discounted textbooks. Brothers, discounted textbooks. Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society. Anyone? Discounted textbooks? Madam, you look interested? Vaguely interested? Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society.
It's different, definitely.
I like signed up last year, but I never came to any events.
Oh no, so you guys are second years?
No, I'm third year actually.
What?
I started first year, I was so stupid. But then I signed up last year, but hopefully
Yeah.
the events.
Please come to some events. We'd love for you to come.
You know what? I don't do the job, and I feel like really
I've heard this a lot, and I've got this from a lot of girls. I wish it wasn't like this, and it's only going to change if girls who don't wear hijab do come to our events. So please come.
It's just like a hijab thing. I feel so out of
Come,
place.
don't worry. If you do, then I will talk to somebody, beat them up. No, I mean, please come. I've talked to a lot of girls, and I think it's only going to change if girls who don't wear hijab do come. Don't. You're like, you're so worthy to come. Don't feel this like, oh, I don't wear. It makes me so angry. I don't know why it's not.
It makes you sad. No, but hopefully, inshallah.
Yeah, please do. Our meet and greet is on Wednesday, and lots of non-hijabi girls have signed up. Inshallah, they will be coming as well. Going into second year, obviously, there's a lot more work and there's a lot more pressure now. But I think the main thing is that we work as a committee, so everyone delegates and everyone shares responsibility in terms of tasks. So one person isn't feeling all the pressure. I think obviously it's quite important that you don't do too much of one side, so balance is always important, but it's working as part of the committee that is the most important thing. I'm the secretary on the committee, so that involves sending out the weekly emails, that involves taking minutes in the meetings, but as I said before, when you work on a committee, even though we have specific roles, we all work as one unit trying to support each other. So even though we each have our own title, we still work together when it comes to coming up with ideas for events. Or, I mean, a lot of it as well is that if you have an idea for an event, you can push it forward, and then you can be in charge of pushing that, holding that event.
All right, so the society is the Ahlulbayt Islamic Society, but we're also offering discounted textbooks. So if you're interested, there's a price list there. And this is for medicine and engineering. Sorry? Yeah, there is a website. That leaflet. And basically there's all textbooks for all courses, so if you're interested. Can I offer you a leaflet for our society and what it's about? We've got loads of events for this year, discussion circles. Don't worry, don't feel pressured, you can just walk off. Discounted textbooks at the Ahlulbayt Society. Interested? Discounted textbooks? Textbooks for all courses, I promise. On here is just medicine and engineering, but if you're interested, I'll get you a leaflet, yeah? Can I offer you a leaflet on our society, Islamic Society? There's 2 leaflets there about Islam and the Ahlulbayt and what we're about. We've got lots of events, so if you want to sign up, that would be great. And we can email you about our events this year.
It's like going to be like in this social time.
Is that what you're saying to them?
No, it's all a big onslaught. Oh, by the way, we're a society about Islam. Do you want to join up? Do you want leaflets? And she was like, yeah. I was like, no way. I can't believe you want a leaflet. Yeah, proper. Oh, you're a fresher? You're not a fresher?
I'm fresher.
You're a fresher? Sick. What's your name?
Abbas.
Abbas. That's it. My name's Mohammed. And yeah, I'm a second year, so I only joined last year, but it's good. It's alright.
It's good.
Yeah, we've got a few events planned, like discussion circles, like standard stuff. And yeah, we've got programs as well later on, so like lectures and stuff like that. So obviously you put your email down. If you want other stuff, we have other Shia goodies, like turba, more calendar if you want. We've got bags as well, so if you want, just jump in. Yeah.
saw you on TV.
No way.
Ahlulbayt TV.
No way.
You're
Interesting.
you're
like
on TV,
like they're doing
man.
right now. Yeah.
It's going on TV.
Swear, bro.
Is it serious? Wow.
Join this one.
Yeah.
Join this one.
Ahlulbayt is the Islamic society that looks at Islam from the family of the Prophet's perspective and their teachings. This is discounted textbooks. So any textbooks on your course, if you want to buy any textbooks, this is the website you need. So if you look at the price list, just have a quick scan. Those are like medicine and engineering, but they've got a whole range of textbooks. So if you want to sign up, just over there, we've got loads of leaflets and stuff. If you want any leaflets or anything, we've got loads of goodies over there. Discounted textbooks with the Ahlulbayt Society.
Another ABSOC that took part in the Freshers' Fair was the Brunel Ahlulbayt Society. In a Freshers' Fair that proved to be of a grander scale to the other two unis, they tried to get as many students interested as possible.
Basically, we have different events throughout the year, depending on maybe an occasion, like the birth of the Prophet. And we have a set program every Thursday where we read Documentaries, which is a beautiful supplication to God. And when you're in university, you need spirituality, like maybe once a week. So we have very good attendance for it if you want to come. So you can sign up and we'll let you know of all our events. The Brunel Ahlulbayt Society is about balancing the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt, which are the two things that you should hold on to in Islam. And we try to both have events commemorating the Ahlul Bayt, or the birth of the Prophet, for example. And we've had Quran stalls where we give out translated Qurans, and it's just all about the balance between the two, and of course spirituality, because fundamentally we're supposed to have a good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It's a society which gets different people together, be it the followers of Ahlul Bayt or general just Muslims or Christians or anyone. We have different lectures throughout the year on any topic, to be honest, be it about Bahrain or be it about, like you said, the Hajj event.
The developments we'd like to see in the society is an increase in members and an increase in recognition around the university and the campus, because we have a lot of followers of Ahlul Bayt, but they're hesitant to follow our society and join our society and come to our events because they don't really feel great interaction with us. And so this year we'd hope to interact more with the students, get our message across to a wider number of people, and inshallah we'll be able to achieve this in the next year or two.
We have some leaflets over here. This one that talks about Islam, just generally what Islam is about, and just an introduction of what Islam is for people who don't know Islam as a religion. This is about Ahlulbayt Society in particular, and what we do as a club. The people who sign up, we had bags and we had a few books inside. We had a Quran, a few books on Hajj, and I think we have a few samples over there. Most of them is over, but there's one that talks about Prophet Muhammad and his biography. We had a few hadith books as well, and we were also giving out this calendar that had salah timings over here. So it's very convenient for those at least who live on campus and don't understand when the timings are and everything. There's newspapers that we received a couple of months ago that talks about Islam and basically particularly what is happening to Muslims throughout the world, and that's about it. And people, what we do is we let them register, and then we have dua kumails every Thursday, and we try to have inter-ABSOC events and also ABSOC events within Brunel. So what we do is we try to discuss issues that Muslims face every day, and just sort of try and make them feel at home outside of home. So this is basically what we're trying to do as well.
Last year, as a committee, we spoke about having an interfaith event. This event hasn't. I don't think it's happened in any university ABSOC. And it would be really nice to work with the Christian Society and the Jewish Society and talk about the similarities between the religions.
We are willing to work with any other societies as well. We're planning to join the sports activities this year as well. So there is actually a sisters sports activities this year as well. We have weekly supplications. For example, Dua Kamil, we recite Ziyarat Ashura during Muharram as well. Different people come to that as well. Not only the followers of Ahlulbayt, different people come to that.
We try to focus on like interfaith and different issues. And every Thursday we have a set Dua Kamil program to increase spirituality throughout the year. So if you want to sign up. And you're more than welcome to take any leaflet or pens from here. All right, thank you. Last year, I would say the most successful event we had was the Mukhtar event. It was really nice for ABSOC to do an event about someone that's not very known, and I was one of the people that I learned so much about the Mukhtar. And mashallah, we were very lucky to have Sayyid Qazwini to give the talk. And we also had a youth lecture. And that's one thing I want us to continue this year. We need to give a platform for the youth to, whether they're reciting poetry or they're giving lectures, because it brings a different vibe to the event.
On Freshers Wear we have, everyone has their own different stalls. So we have our own. We have the MSc, which gives us different leaflets, Qurans, pens with Ahlulbayt written on them. We have T-shirts, different stuff to promote our society, to give some information as well. We have books, for example, about the biography of the Prophet, different kind of books to just educate people.
The importance of having an Ahlulbayt Society at this university in particular is that it gives you a form of identity as a student. A lot of people turn up on the first day of uni. They're known as freshers, as we like to call them. They're quite lost. They don't know who to go to, what kind of friends to speak to. And a lot of people might get lost or deviate onto a wrong path. So having this Ahlulbayt Society will give you a sort of loving and caring family which you can go to anytime you need help or anytime you feel lonely on campus.
It wasn't all happy stories though. Some students who signed up with the Islamic Society at Brunel were told by those at the Islamic Society to return and cross their names off the Ahlulbayt Society mailing list.
Basically, some people tend to join both societies, but then you got some other people, they both, and then when they go to the Islamic Society, they get told, oh, why do you join this society? Why have you joined the Ahlulbayt Society? You shouldn't join them. And then people come back and then they want to cross out. So we can't do nothing about that. If they want to cross out, yeah.
Difficulties faced last year was mainly the ISOC, and then we have a prayer room where they put their posters, but we cannot promote our events. Posters were ripped down. We try to work with them, but it's not always the way we want it to be. Even on our Fresher store, we have a Ahlulbayt banner. We can't have the Islamic Society on it. We can have the Ahlulbayt Society on it, but we can't have the Islamic Society on it. But inshallah, this year we will try to achieve some more stuff in terms of having some turbas in the prayer room, having our own posters in the prayer room as well, because the prayer room is owned by the uni and we do have a right to have our posters promoted there.
Another two events that we had was the Hajj seminar. Hajj is wajib in Islamic religion, so it was very important to give a talk about the spirituality and the benefits of Hajj. We always hear about how hard it is, but we had Sayyid Ali Razawi tell us about what we can learn and how it can help us. And the third event that was very unique was the a talk by Sheikh Ayub about live each day as if it is your last. And it was really nice because we had exams coming up and we needed that, spiritual boost, because even in exam times we need to have this spirituality and to believe that with da'ats and with Allah's help that we can do well.
My favorite event this year would be the Sheikh Ayub lecture about how to live your life, how to focus on uni, but also how to keep your beliefs, as in to focus on your religion still.
Back at SOAS, Hussein Hilli continued to get as many people interested in the society as possible.
Homosexuality, does it have a place in Islam? Can you be homosexual and Muslim? Tell me. What do you guys think? One sec. If you're born with homosexuality, okay, if you're born, if that, okay, that's what we believe. The majority believe, right? The majority believe that you are born with homosexuality. If it is, then how does God then punish someone who is born with it and he's the one who gave it to them? They've come to this world with homosexuality that he's given them, and then he punishes them and says, no, you can't do it. Where's the logic behind that? I'm saying, come to this event, throw your question out, tell them. Do women have a place in Islam? Why does the media make it out they have no place in Islam? Are they liberalized or are they stricken? You tell me. I'm not sure. Does the veil stricken the woman or does it free her? What I'm saying is, there's this guy coming, you throw the questions at him. You want to do it, do it. Okay? And this is what Islam is. It says, question me, because I'm a religion that has come down for all of humanity and I've come down with all solutions. If you want to question me, you can. I'm not saying that I'm in any one way. The one thing I always remind everyone, because organization is a very difficult thing. So when organizing, people tend to either slack or forget why they're organizing. So I need to constantly remind everyone why they're doing it, and that is to keep Allah at the core. When keeping Allah at the epicenter, it means that everyone can always relate back to why they're doing it. Because that is essentially what an organization tackles. They always ask why, then they ask how, and they ask what. But if everyone, when you get to the how and the what, they often forget why they're doing it, and so things fall apart. So from an organization perspective, if everyone always remembers why they're doing it, they will always give their 100%. And that's the angle that we're trying to come from. I would like to see my society hopefully take on this model, for it to grow, for non-Muslims to start partaking in our programs. To essentially what I want is for everyone within universities to come out together and to start each have their own individual project. So as an example, within each division, so taking the economics and business as an example, okay? In economics and business, if one person came out and started, for example, made a trading game, they called the event Muhammad the Trader. It would be a way of firstly teaching people about that our Prophet ﷺ was not only a prophet, but he was a trader. And in this day and age, trading is a massive thing. They're the ones who brought down the investment banks. Let's show what trading essentially actually is. What is the roots of it? If each person can come out and create their own project, and they have a team to work together on, and we can capitalize on that, then we're going to do well. And I would like, and not only from this kind of angles, and not only the model we create, but if every university can go on and create their own model. For example, the medics, I'm sure this is already happening, but not only tackle the medical issue, but also to tackle the ongoing current affairs that we have, to answer the questions that Islam has come to answer. Often this is a point that actually I've been asked about quite a few times. Why can't we all be under ISOC? And the thing I always repeat is that there is nothing wrong with having two different schools of thought. There's nothing wrong with showing that we have two different opinions. I have an opinion, you have an opinion, as does everyone else. In the same way, these two different schools of thought are showing the different ways of doing it. And if we believe that our imams are the infallibles, and they've come down as leaders on earth, who are going to provide solutions for everything, then we need to establish a platform where we are constantly showing this. Not only just showing that it's Ahlulbayt Society, but we need to show what they are actually about. We need to show that these guys have come down as messengers as infallibles of Allah, and they've come to follow the messenger of Allah, the Prophet, the Sunnah, and they have established platforms for us for which we are supposed to build on. And so using these campuses, these universities, the technology, we are completely blessed in the West with people, with technology, with funding, with all sorts of equipment, with everything possible at our hands. And yet we're still not utilizing, we're still not growing. When we have all the books, all the knowledge, all the speakers, everything ready at hand for us. All we need to do now is take it all on, work together, and we can explode. ISOC is the Islamic Society. It represents the Sunni school of thought. Often, in most universities, there is somewhat friction between them, between the Shia school of thought and the Sunni school of thought. What we wanted to establish, and myself included, is I want to establish a relationship. And I want that to be clear to anyone. So when anyone comes to see Islam, they don't see a divided Islam. They see a unified Islam. But with two different schools of thought, two different opinions. But it doesn't matter because they're unified on the most important things. And that is on Allah, the Quran and the Prophet. And from there, we have our own routes of getting there. I think it's very important to attend their Salat Jummah. I think it's very important to attend their events, to show that we are united on so many fronts, because they will do the same thing back. And in fact, a lot of the time last year, they were attending our events and we weren't attending theirs. So what I did is I established a relationship with their president, and we came from a friendship as opposed to anything else. Forget politics, forget religion. First start a friendship. Once you establish a friendship, everything else can go from there, because you can be friends with anyone. You can be friends with an atheist, you can be friends with a Hindu, a Buddhist, Christian. If you can be friends with all those people and you can live with them and you can spend time with them, then why can't we do it with our own Islam? Why can't we build that front? Let's build it and show everyone's coming in and doing divide and conquer on us. If we show that we're united, just even on this smaller scale, and it's not really a small scale because university has a massive platform. If each university has an average of 5,000, 10,000 students, multiply that by 33, and each ABSOC works with each ISOC, we've established 100,000 plus people.
Whilst some universities had immense friction between Sunni-based and Shia-based societies, it didn't seem the case at SOAS, and it proved that unity is possible even if we have our differences.
What's the difference between you guys and those guys?
Well, first of all, we're friends. That's the first. This is the president of the Ahlulbayt Society.
Oh, okay.
But and we love each other.
That's the difference. And we share difference. And we share difference. We share pizza. Sorry, why am I saying difference?
Okay.
However, the difference, probably.
Do you know how our friendship started? He did this to me. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, eat, Subhanallah.
I think that's how all his friendships started.
Can you be, like, we didn't know each other, yeah? We formed a friendship, and it was him when we first met. We didn't know each other, yeah? I was just in the prayer room, he was in the prayer room, and he said to me, no, you have to eat, you have to eat. And so I'm doing the same thing right now. I'm doing the same thing right now. You have to eat, you have to eat, you have to, you have to, you have to.
We had a neighbor from America.
Yeah.
And I guess
we used to live together in Hall.
Oh really? Okay, cool.